Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis, and of course, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. So, welcome to my channel, and welcome to the Lunch Table Show, where we get together with you guys in the fandom and just relax for the most part and talk about stuff we're looking forward to, what's coming up for the weekend, and of course, a couple of quick hits on some pop culture topics. And today's show is a little bit different. It's actually back to the original concept of the show, which was to connect with you guys out there in the chat to find out what you're looking forward to pop culture wise over the weekend and, past news around and all that. Quick get together. Today's show, of course, as you know, it's Disney Plus Day. And the information that I have been looking forward to dissect has been about the trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney Plus. So before we start talking about that and another thing Disney has their hooks into that I am definitely not happy about, let me bring up Fats. Why you do that?
Because you like it. I didn't want to put my face on it. I was going to put my face on it. What the hell is he doing? I was going to put him on the nipple, my face on the nipples and everything. But yeah,
I do like that.
Yeah, I know. I'll stop.
Freaking like that.
Right. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. It's being toxic. I'll go back to As.
You didn't have to rush it. I just want to know who their surgeon is.
I can't stop staring at my boobs. I don't know what they look great. They're just like
they're very nice.
They're waving without hands. It's hilarious.
They're very nice boobs.
Hi, Az. Hope you don't see this. But no, I've had a late day, early night. I was up at midnight starting streaming because the Battlefield finally released. That game I've been talking about for a while, so I had fun for like 2 a.m. The teaser trailer supposedly leaking out everywhere for Obi-Wan. It's Disney Plus Day. Is that an actual holiday? What does that mean? It's like we celebrate getting ripped off and lied to?
Yeah, it's like, hey, guess what? Come check out our streaming service, which is, about to go into the toilet, but come check out all of our stuff. And guess what? We're going to put the Kenobi Sizzle Reel behind the paywall. How about that? And in addition, we're going to pump all this stuff up at the parks and everything to kind of get you interested. Don't you want Disney Plus? Don't you want it? Don't you want it? And for those of you who have Disney Plus, guess what? We're going to let you into the park a half an hour earlier just for today.
Ooh, half an hour
yeah, a big 30 minutes. Literally, it was on my my Disney Experience app because it's got your profile for everything and it says, Disney Plus subscriber. You can get into the park 30 minutes earlier. I'm like, Uh, nah, all right. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, very good. Yeah,
I'm
no.
good. But this is basically a big, huge publicity stunt, obviously, to pay attention to their streaming service because not that many people are. If you've seen the latest reports about the Disney Plus numbers, they're in the toilet,
Yeah, of course they are.
which makes total sense because it's just like I don't. What is on there, to watch that either you already have, already in your library on DVD or or 4K. There's really nothing as opposed to like say Hulu because they own part of Hulu. I watch Hulu all the time for like the live shows and other stuff. And Discovery Plus is like 4.99. I swear I must watch Discovery Plus like 2 or 3 times a day with how much content is on there. And we won't really talk about Netflix that much, but those are ones that I visit regularly. Disney Plus, I really can't remember the last time I actively went looking for something on Disney Plus.
I don't use it honestly. I would rather go the Seven Seas. No offense, not promoting it, but I can't afford all these the streaming services, especially with. Let's put it this way: people in the U.S. have access to everything when it comes to a lot of the streaming services out there. All their content, whether it be Hulu, all the stuff they compare in. You guys pay
Right.
that normal price. I know you
Right.
pay differently because of how your stuff's set up. For people that say outside of the U.S., like Canada, or anywhere else, we're not even getting half of the packages, but they're still charging us the same price.
Mhm.
No, no, just no. I would rather spend $10 subscription service in a video game and know I'm getting something out of it that's permanent. It's not worth it. This paywall crap. It feels like Disney Plus is slowly turning into the loot box scenario and scams that we had with EA a few years back when it came to
Mhm.
Battlefront and other things and such.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to pay for half-ass content. If the stuff is going to be up there, they want the original. They wanted to make sure it looks nice on their television, whether it be 4K, 1080p, 1440, whatever. They don't
Right.
want BS. We already get it in the theaters.
Yeah. Plus another thing, I mean, I get it literally for a penny, and I still think that's overpriced. But one of the things with this particular streaming service, and I'll get to everybody in the chat. I see
No,
you guys. Thanks
not
for
yet. Hold on.
thanks for coming in. Um, when they first and they had it for like a couple of months, and stockholders were asking them, hey, compared to like Netflix and Hulu and Amazon, they're coming up with all of this new original content and stuff. What are you guys gonna do? And you know what Iger's response was? Oh, we have a vast catalog of creative stuff out there already that people are gonna wanna come back and revisit again and again. And then the Wu-Tang flu popped off, and then they realized, maybe we should start trying to do new stuff, but they're way behind. They're way behind, and not stuff that people are like freaking interested in, you know? It's just it's it's not good. And plus the guy who was the head of streaming, he didn't get the CEO role. So he left and went to TikTok.
Oh my god.
He left and went to TikTok, and I think him and another guy who used to work for Disney are now, I think they bought like some animation studio or something like that to like directly compete with Disney. So that'll be interesting to see. And you know what? Before I get started welcoming all you amazing people in the chat, I first want to say happy birthday to Arwen because I can't freaking sing as well as she can. So happy birthday, love. I'm so glad it's your birthday, and I hope you have an amazing, wonderful, wonderful, and blessed day. Be good to you today, my dear. I certainly hope that you are. Oh, I love seeing her. I love seeing her. So let's see, all you amazing people in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. This is the Lunch Table Show, and we got some interesting news to break down with respect to the Obi-Wan trailer. So we
Hey.
have Theme Park Casual. I know, dude. I have Theme Park Casual. Another member says, "Hey kids, hello, hello, good to see you, my dear." And we have Keely Chow who says, "Hey everybody, good morning." Well, good morning, Keely Chow, and of course, Roll Tide, Roll Tide. We have Benny R. Grau Art. Hello again. I'm finally early. Wee! Well, we're glad you're here, Benny, and glad to see you that you're here. And let's see, Jacqueline, a Pinocchio remake. Barf. Yes. I, no. 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 Exactly. It's just like the original Pinocchio is perfect. Perfect. I mean, if you want to see like Disney's heyday in animation, go watch Pinocchio.
I got a
Even
big
even
nose.
even though it's got that like kind of, I want to say hallucinogenic scene with the pink elephants and everything, which is kind of freaky. It was fine just the way that it was. Just the way that it was. But you know what? They think everybody wants a remake. No, we don't. No, we don't. Let's see, we have Jedi Doug. Hello. Says good morning, everyone. Well, good morning to you, Jedi Doug. And so good to see you, my dear. Good to see you. So frustrating that big media hasn't learned yet that some of its biggest customers are tired of that. But then one of my other sisters, no, not the Disney Star Wars fan, keeps buying tickets for remakes. It's part of what I call the pixie dust syndrome. You want to keep huffing the pixie dust so you don't admit what like big media, or we'll say Disney, for example, isn't doing. Because in the Diz Twitter sphere, which is God, if you think fandom's bad, Diz Twitter can sometimes be even worse. If you're someone who's just like, hey, Disney's effing up here, 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 and here. Oh, you're being negative, that, and they try to pile up on you because the reality they don't want to deal with. So yeah, their biggest customers are getting tired of that. They lost a bunch of money this last earnings report, and Universal is picking people off. Like I tell people, wait until Epic Universe opens and it has Nintendo Land in there. It's gonna be game over. Disney's not coming back from that. Hey, Prismatics. Hello. Thank you for being a channel member. It says howdy, y'all. Well, howdy, and good to see you. And we have Ram Bam 3000 who says, I see the madhouse has begun. Oh, absolutely. We're all mad here. As one of my favorite Disney cartoons would say. Alice in Wonderland. Although read the book too. Read Lewis Carroll's book too. Zachrat 315 says, howdy, y'all. I hope everyone is having a great day today. Well, we sure are, Zachrat 315. We surely are. Keely says, Lorena Creole loves Jason Momoa more than Anna, that Star Wars girl loves Henry Cavill. Yes, that is a true statement. That is a very, 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 very true
The
statement.
Battle of the Bulge.
Yeah, Jason Momoa. God, I met him twice. He's like a big, huge teddy bear. He
With
just
abs and long hair and shirtless and drool
and a gorgeous voice too.
and a voice.
He's such a gorgeous voice. I freaking love that. And let's see, we have a Palamese Vineyard who says, hello, all. Well, hello to you. Hello to you. Good to see you, my dear. And let's see, I think I am. Let's see, hold on. Hold on. I love talking to you guys when you bring stuff up here. Jedi Doug says Disney is scaring people away because they keep jacking up the prices. No one can go unless they're very rich. Um, yes and no. And here's why I say that. Disney's jacking up prices, but they're not jacking up quality. You know what I mean? It's just like if they were delivering like something, like say for example, okay, we'll say Galaxy's Edge was based on the original trilogy. Okay. Say the Galactic Star Cruiser was basically, guess what? You can go hang out on Coruscant for a couple of days. Now, if they did that and priced it accordingly and gave you good value, people would pay for it. Very rich, you can pay for it right away. If you're not so rich, you might say, hey, I'm going to take my time and save up for this, but it's something worth saving up for. Disney's forgotten all about that. So they just figure they can just give you something, half ass, charge whatever, and people will come and pay for it. Now, for example, the Galactic Star Cruiser, of course, that's booked up the first couple of weeks that it's coming out because you have the people who do have that kind of money who are going to go right away. But in the long term, and this is just my prediction, in the long term, they're going to turn that into a day attraction because I don't see how they can keep up for the long term. People paying $5,000 for not even 2 days. And a visit to Galaxy's Edge, which is that boring ass strip mall with a dive bar in it. Let's see, who else do we have
Do you remember the day?
here?
Do you remember the
Pink Elephant
days?
was Dumbo, not Pinocchio. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, it was the Jackasses that was Pinocchio, right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I had a Disney brain fart there.
Do you remember the day though where we used to be able to talk about Disney and not do that big hesitate? Before we were just like talking about Disney, be like, yeah, I love the Lion King, yeah, I love the Lion, and I love this. And now we're just like, I love animals. They're so much more fun than Disney Plus. Let's just.
It really is sad, isn't it? Because it
Yep.
used to be like some quality entertainment, and even you could give them a one-off. It was, if it was like a one-off, not so good, but the rest of the stuff is good. But it just goes to the case where you have people who feel that they cannot be truly creative at Disney, so they've left for other studios like Skydance. That's where John Lasseter went. Took a whole bunch of other people. It's sad, but you know what? They deserve it. They deserve it because they're not the company that they used to be, and their competitors smell blood in the water, and they're coming for them. Cavatano Calvary Manche, hello, says good afternoon, everyone. Read last night from Geeks and Gamers, the Roadhouse is being remade. Yes, I heard that, and I'm
Into
not
what?
happy. I'm not surprised, but I'm not happy.
Into what though?
Into crap.
No, but what are you gonna make? What are you gonna redo it as? Are you gonna insult Patrick Swayze? What are you gonna do?
That movie cannot be. Let's put it this way: if they don't insert the woke nonsense and they do it as a homage, it's possible to remake it, but I don't think that they can. I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, I thought Cobra Kai was impossible. I'm like, how the heck are you going to do something like that and make, Daniel San the bad guy? But they did it. I'm very skeptical. I don't. Roadhouse, why remake that? That movie is perfect as it is. If you remake it, it needs to come out as gangbusters, but I don't have enough faith in Hollywood to actually do that.
Like
Not unless Hayden Schlossberg is attached
we
to it.
already had a remake of Roadhouse. It was called Peter Griffin doing that skit. We don't need any more Roadhouse. You don't remember the Peter Griffin skit where he was just?
I don't watch Family Guy. So.
It was one of the good skits. One of the very few.
I don't watch Family Guy. I only watched the Cleveland show. Well, thank you, Jacqueline, man. I so do appreciate that. I did. I had an absolutely wonderful birthday. You guys out there made it the most
It's okay.
amazing, amazing birthday. So thank you. Yes, we must be mad, or otherwise we wouldn't be here. Am I right? Oh, absolutely. I like my mad folks in here. It's amazing.
Did
Love
you
you
say
guys. Keep it
ab folks?
interesting. Which one?
I thought you said ab folks. I was like, more Momoa stuff. All right.
No, mad folks, mad. Yes, Roadhouse needs to be left alone. No. Don't you think? Yeah, sometimes I have, sometimes you have a brain fart recalling certain details. I don't imagine. I have no problem ignoring that. Let's see. Hey, Mark D with a C. How are you, my dear? Galaxy's Edge was a depressing waste of time, amazingly stupid to ignore the original trilogy. Yes, Galaxy's Edge is a waste of time. Every time that I've gone there, it's like people go, take a picture in front of the Millennium Falcon. They kind of look around like, where's our next destination to go to? Contrast that with Toy Story Land that's right there. That place is packed. You can't really move around in there. You go in there and you feel like you're in Andy's room with like all you feel like small like a toy because of all the scaling All the theming is great. People are not in any hurry to leave there, and they all look happy. I mean, I had
Yeah.
lunch there at a place called Woody's Lunchbox, which was
Wait,
pretty freaking fun.
what is he talking? I'm not a troll sentinel. I'm perfectly honest with my video content. I don't troll anybody. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about at all.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Let's
an, I'm, I'm
see.
I'm innocent. I don't do anything out of the norm here. I just make content, play video games, and put up weird avatars that either make Reina go, "Hey now,"
Oh, you're funny. Nice
or Az
joking.
want to strangle me after he stares at my
Let's
jokes.
see. But before I forget to let people know, in case people haven't heard this story, Galaxy's Edge was supposed to be based on the original trilogy. And Cultures also said this as well. That's exactly where they were going because if you can remember, Star Tours was the first Star Wars themed ride that was put in a Disney park. The first one was in Disneyland, and George Lucas was very proud of that. That's why they eventually brought it to Hollywood Studios here in Florida. And it was just crazy, crazy amounts of fun. They would have Star Wars weekends there, all of that. So it was set up precisely to have the next iteration be based on the original trilogy. And that's what the Imagineers were working on and had been working on until Kathleen Kennedy said, basically, guess what? Stop what you're doing. We don't want 50-year-old guys going to this particular attraction. No, we want to build it based on the new stuff.
The
So
stuff that
imagine
no one
you're the
wanted.
Imagineer and you've been watching Star Wars since you were a kid, or that was the first, thing that got you hooked on science fiction. You're an Imagineer and you get to bring all of that stuff to life, and you're working on all of these plans and excited to, provide the very thing that you wish you could have gone to. And then you get that call. Guess what? Nope, throw all your work in the trash. We're doing this based on, you know, sequel trilogy. Imagine getting that call, and that's what happened. Actually, Lee Cockrell, I believe, which was one of the VPs, he's the one who told that story. He's the one who told that story. So yeah, originally that's where it was. That's what it was going to be. That's where they had everything set up, and they basically screwed the pooch on that. Let's see.
Should we just call it screwed? Like literally just call it screwed plus at this point because no matter what, they just keep screwing themselves.
They really do because they don't think that someone isn't going to come around and take their business, and Disney's arrogant like that. They really are. Yeah, Star Tours is flipping. It's an amazing experience. It really is. I love going through there. I love going through the queue. You know, it does. It makes you feel like a kid when you're in that dynamic simulator and you're on the Imperial ship and Vader comes out and he's using the Force to stop you from leaving. That's one of the coolest ass feelings like ever. Yeah, and you see the AT-ATs that are perfectly scaled that are out there. It's freaking amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But speaking of that, and I want to share this actually with you guys. Let's see. So, Vader is not a character who is usually out in the parks. Now, he used to be years ago. For folks who remember, he was out walking. He's in front of Star Tours right now. He will be out with the stormtroopers going through the crowd, and that was like what would make you stop and like look. And they used it kind of like as publicity for the Jedi training show that would come along. So that's where they would have it. So he would be out there. And there's also a video on YouTube where during Star Wars weekends, him and the other stormtroopers are like doing the MC Hammer dance, they can't touch this, which I
Yeah.
thought was hilarious. But they would have him out. They don't have him out anymore. The last time I saw him, they were using him for a photo op somewhere inside of Star
So
Tours.
the freezer.
And they don't show him anymore. But they brought him out today. You know why, right?
Paywalls?
Yeah, because they want you to get Disney Plus. That's why. And that's the only reason that they brought him out. The only reason. I'm not mad at him. I'm just freaking disappointed. Because one of our friends, Rogue Disney, let me bring this up. He was there as well. Agreed. I feel like this was not well planned or properly promoted event, but at least I got to see Vader again. Disney is seriously dropping the ball. Yeah. They just brought him out to promote Disney Plus. Tomorrow he won't be back, he won't back out again.
No,
That'll be it.
they go back into collecting dust.
Yeah, he'll go back to tip and dust, exactly. I got surprised by Chewie the first time at Star Tours. Didn't know they had characters. You should have heard me yell out Chewie. Yeah, on occasion they would have characters go through there. The stormtroopers, my nephew was driving me nuts because he was just not behaving. Stormtroopers were walking by. I called the stormtroopers over, and they did. They actually came and walked over and were like, looking at him like that. That was a surprise. You never knew what characters would be walking through that. Yes, they pimping out our beloved Sith Lord. Absolutely. Because they want to give you the member berries. So, remember Vader? Come to Disney Plus. Come to Disney Plus. KK, get out there and earn me my money.
Give me my money. Mouse is
Give me
hungry.
my money.
Where's my money? Stewie Griffin, where's my money? Give me my money. Where's my money?
But they really are. Because Vader is, OT extremely popular. Any merch with him on it doesn't stay around. You almost have to try to stab somebody else in the line if you're getting merch at Disney and it's got, and it's got Darth Vader on it. So let's see. So anyway, we know why they're pimping out Vader. Why? The Obi-Wan show on Disney Plus, which is supposed to be airing in 2022. They haven't specifically said when. But today was the day that they were going to drop the quote unquote, teaser. And to kind of back up a little bit, do you remember when this was first announced, Fat Steven?
A long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, literally. It was announced, and we'll bring up hey Becky, good to see you. And yes, Vader is the best. He's absolutely the best. Bring up this thing about KK. All right, so last year at the investor event, if you guys remember, it was this big, huge, like 3-hour data dump.
Oh
and
God, is
everything.
that the one? That's the one where you maybe like to help you out. And I was grabbing all like what they were announcing and all the screenshots,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
because it was crazy. They were just rattling stuff off, and we're just like, what the heck did they say? And then they're like, oh, we're gonna do Star Wars shows for the next 10 years. I'm like, excuse me?
I mean, you could destroy Star Wars for the next 10 years. I'm down for
Yeah,
that.
pretty
All right, let's
much
go.
is what I thought. And then they bring up Kathleen Kennedy, who has, her Emperor Black on, and she's standing in front of this screen. And on this screen is literally a salad of, I want to say, blue sky concepts for Star Wars shows. Like Cassian Andor, let's see, gosh,
Was
the
there
Calrissian series, the Lando Calrissian series you haven't heard about, the
the
Acolyte,
droids?
the
Uh,
droids,
well, we have all this
Star
on our
Wars
Discord.
Visions was on there.
Hold on,
Yeah,
we still
which
have this all on our Discord. Let's give me a second. I can find it all.
yeah, it was just all the stuff that she had up there, and then she starts talking about the Kenobi series, and she says, and I'll never forget my expression when she said this. This is going to be the rematch of the century. Okay, now all the old school Star Wars fans were like, the rematch was in A New Hope. What
Mm-hmm.
what the this makes no sense. What the heck are you going to do with this? And that's what people kept discussing. It's just like, we already know. We've seen the rematch. What new are you going to go into and do with this? Now, granted, I like Deborah Chow as a director. She's directed my favorite episodes that are in The Mandalorian. But a director can only do so much with the script that they're given. And I really can't see what they're going to be able to do with this, to give us something
Uh,
different.
we go. It was when they were announcing the WandaVision, the Winter Soldier, the Multiverse of Madness, the What If series, the Loki series, Captain Marvel 2, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, Black Widow, Eternals. Yeah, I remember that day. And they were also announcing stuff like the Acolyte, Lando, Visions, Bad Batch, Mandalorian, the Rangers. That's gone because Gina's gone. Andor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Willow, and Droids, as well as Rogue Squadron. So
Rogue Squadron, they put the kibosh on that.
Mm-hmm. That was also when they also announced, what was it? The Armor Wars, Secret Invasion, Moon Knight, Thor, Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, Quantum Mania, Blade, Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy, Ironheart. Oh my God. I can't remember. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, you're fun. Funny pod racing Palpatine. He says Vader doesn't come out in the park anymore because I won't let him out to play. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. Anakin, Vader, and Kenobi only faced each other twice. So what do they mean, by that rematch? But it's like someone in the chat said, and I'm so sorry that there it is. Prismatic said it. Disney knows that in order to get people and their money, they need to use the original characters. Rey and all the new characters doesn't have the same impact.
Nope.
I totally agree.
But they wasted the old characters too. They did not do it respect, and a lot of people felt like they insulted them because they didn't care when it came to the movies that came out, the way they treated Han, the passing of Leia or Carrie Fisher, God rest her soul, the way Chewie was neglected with his attachment to Han Solo, the way they presented Luke Skywalker into Jake Skywalker. There was so many things out there that they had this formula. They had this brilliant idea of reuniting these people that everyone remembered and could have united not only the old generation, but a newer generation of fans, and they could have shared their memories and made something Star Wars grow again. And what did they do? They shield for an agenda, they shield for a checklist, and they shield for the China money and not the principles. That's my opinion.
And I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Dylan Campbell says, sounds like someone who never actually watched Star Wars making a new Star Wars project. Also, hey, Lorena and Fat Steven and chat. I believe the producer on this one is Dave Filoni. And he's on my short list.
Oh, anyway. Great. So everyone's wearing cowboy hats. Can't wait.
Yeah. So Filoni's producing this one and the book of Boba Fett. I don't believe, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. But I do believe Filoni is a producer on the Obi-Wan show. But for folks who missed social media, there was this quote unquote sizzle reel that was released today that apparently got out yesterday.
It got leaked, right?
Yeah, it got leaked. So Screen Rant, I don't know why they thought that they could do this, but they went and tried to link to this. And of course it got pulled. Interestingly enough. However, someone was actually, dang it, I freaking probably spoiled it there. Someone actually had a chance to put it on Instagram.
My old friend, you have come at last.
No, that's not the right one. No,
that's not the right one.
No, it's on the private chat. That's the right one.
That's not the right one.
No, that's not the right one. But you have to be careful with Rick Roll. That music can get claimed too.
Oh,
that's why they even claim it as you have to mute a copyright music when you're on Fortnite. They have that emote, but you can get claimed for it. Oh. I put it in the private chat. No, the actual one was leaked, and that's why it's Screen Rant gone and crap. Yeah.
The actual one. Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second, guys. I usually pride myself.
It's like they ripped the original teaser, the like that thing that was leaked. It's like they ripped the intro and then they put something else to it because it sounds like they have Qui-Gon in it.
Ew. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's give this another go. Okay. Here we go.
My old friend.
Yeah, that was the one I saw today. I was like, yeah, this is right.
Okay.
Thank you. Now you can say I'm a troll, Sentinel. Now you can say I'm a troll.
Yeah, now you can say he's a troll. But yeah, folks. But to be real, the Sizzle Reel did drop today. However, it's only available on Disney Plus.
Yep, Paywall Plus.
They put that sucker behind a paywall. And yeah, I have to thank Mr. Romano for the one from Instagram, because I saw that this morning and just I was laughing for like a good 5 minutes. It was absolutely hilarious.
Mhm.
Yeah, Rick rolled. It was funny. Classic troll. Um, but yeah, so it's behind a paywall, and Disney has actually been playing very nice with me since I've been on YouTube, and I'm not risking a copyright strike. So I will say, and I can confirm since I have Disney Plus, the Sizzle Reel that got leaked yesterday is the same thing that's on Disney Plus now, which if you don't have it, you got to pay $1.99 to go see it if you don't have a Disney Plus.
But is it good? That's the question.
Is it good? Well, it's not. It's it's a promo reel is what it is, and it's more like a behind the scenes that they clipped, and I want to say supposedly from the Kenobi series. None of that information is new. You know, when you see Luke as a baby getting handed to his Aunt Beru, we've seen that. You know, we've seen that before. A clip that they have from Mustafar. We've seen the duel on Mustafar, before. We've seen that. And then,
So,
they have,
so
of
they're using
course,
Georgia stuff?
which one?
So they're using Georgia stuff?
It seems to be that way.
So Sizzle Reel is of someone who did it better, and they have to use that to make their series seem like it's going to be the same. That's what I'm gathering from it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you see these clips,
So it's bait and switch.
that this is what I feel that it is. And they have that interspersed with, of course, oh gosh, Ewan McGregor was talking about being back working with Hayden. Of course, we do love seeing those two guys together. I'll admit, I am looking forward to seeing those two together again. But this quote unquote sizzle reel does nothing. If you're an old school fan, it does nothing to answer the question. Why do we need to see this when we've seen the rematch in A New Hope? We've seen the first duel on Mustafar. We saw that. What new are you going to give us with this series? And again, if they can pull, and I doubt it because I've only seen it one time, if they can pull a Cobra Kai and subvert our expectations in a good way, again, I don't give them enough credit to do that, then okay. Because if they're going to base this whole series on a like flashback or nightmare or what if, that's not a good premise to me.
Mm-mm. Not at all. It's gonna be like promising Luke Skywalker and getting Rey's cooking recipes. It's not gonna work.
Crazy. Hey, Bonehead says, hi, Az, looking sexier than ever.
Well, thank you so much. I've been working out. It's great. I love talking about hot toys. I also love saying hot dog, and he's gonna
Hot
punch me one day.
dog.
Hot dog.
Ugh.
Dog.
So I love this line. So this is from Heat Vision, over from the Hollywood Reporter. So this is their exclusive, which dropped 8:11 a.m., which would have been, 11:11 a.m. Eastern time, where they're saying Obi-Wan Kenobi will see hero on the run from Jedi hunters. No surprise with that.
Jedi hunters, isn't that okay?
Remember the Jedi were being hunted down? Vader helped them hunt down all the Jedi. That's nothing new.
No, it's not. So what? They're all coming to Tatooine, and he's just going to fend them off? See, like what, like the Alamo or something? What does that mean?
I don't. For some reason, I read like through this article, not to make people dizzy, but there's some of the scenes that are from different places. So it seems like to me part of this series is going to be following Obi-Wan as he is being hunted. Now, I got the idea that once he handed off Luke to his sister-in-law, that he basically went into,
Hiding.
the Jundland Wastes and hardly anybody saw them like ever again. Like Obi-Wan did not look like he was leaving Tatooine on the regular. Hey, Arwen. But I just don't I just got the impression from, from Revenge of the Sith and from A New Hope that Obi-Wan did not leave Tatooine after he got there.
He went to Denny's. That's it. He went crazy. That's all he did.
Let's see. The Sentinel says if Obi-Wan leaves Tatooine for any reason in this series, it implies his mission to protect Luke is not of the highest importance. And that's the impression that I get. He was there to protect Luke from a distance. Not, rolling off world every chance that he got. And I do not and I almost want to say for that sliver in time after, the twins were separated, Leia went with Bail Organa. He took her to Alderaan, and then that like time break where we didn't see the actual journey. We just saw Obi-Wan giving Luke to Beru. I can't see a whole lot going on within that span of time that would justify making the series.
Maybe the whole series is based off him hiding while finding the perfect blue milk recipe. All while people cosplaying as Darth Vader are chasing him around the Galactic Empire. Have a great day.
Yes, my dear. Yes, my dear. It's true. The Inquisitors hunted down the Jedi. Yeah. So I knew that was going on. And if you also remember in A New Hope, that's, what Obi-Wan had said, that Darth Vader helped. I hope I quote this right. He helped the Emperor to hunt down the Jedi.
The Jedi.
I haven't seen this, but I've heard about it, Benny Grau Art, and I should probably check that one out. Rambam 3000 says Kenobi hiding out on Tatooine makes no sense if Anakin comes from there in the first place. It would be the first place he would look.
Wait. Maybe, but at the same time, let's put it this way. That whole planet for Anakin also has a lot of traumatic feelings in him because of how he acted on there. So we'd have a double.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Anakin would probably stay away because the memory of his mother, it would also make him have a second guessing of how far he's fallen to the dark side. And he's already done enough with Padme. So it would, I guess it would really depend on how the delivery of that would happen. And he's still new, right? He's not fully Darth Vader. You know what I mean? The like death to everything Jedi. He's how many years has passed in between? That's what we're trying to figure out, and how much of the Sith infection is in him.
Right, and plus he said he was never coming back.
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah,
he was never coming back, and that's the last place that he would have thought to look for the twins because they were being obscured by the Force. So Vader could not sense them.
But like he didn't even go down the planet when the stormtroopers went down, right? When they were hunting the Creole Corvette that escaped with the droids, right? He was talking to Leia, but he never went down to Tatooine. A New Hope.
Yeah. Well, let me read this off for you guys because this is the spin that they're trying to give on here. So, in the new featurette on Disney Plus, basically that's the Sizzle Reel I was talking about. Star Ewan McGregor and director Deborah Chow shared their thoughts on the series, which takes place between the events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith and Star Wars A New Hope. It finds Gregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi living in exile on Tatooine, watching over a young Luke Skywalker from afar. According to some of the
That doesn't make sense. Why would he keep an eye on him if he's there in secret and no one knows where he is? They don't get found out till New Hope with when the stormtroopers and they get led back because the Jawas and they bought the R2 unit. This it'd be more if this would be a lot better if it was like what's a movie where someone's on the run through most of the thing? Like he's always think about it. If they did Obi-Wan like they did The Fugitive,
yeah, see that would be different.
Better.
That would be different because he's trying to stay, trying to stay one step ahead, trying to make sure
hiding in the underground, like the underground would be great. Like the whole like, oh dude, like
safe houses, who rats him out, who has information, who doesn't,
old Jedi temples,
that
clues,
that sort of thing. But I just don't see the appeal of this right here. And of course, the series description reads: the story begins 10 years after the events of Star Wars. Yeah, 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. From Revenge of the Sith, where Kenobi faced his greatest defeat, the downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice Anakin Skywalker turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. Okay, so basically, Luke's 10 years old now. And this is
still looking for power converters?
I don't know.
This just doesn't make sense. Like he would if he was on the run or even like looking after Luke, he would that story was very similar. He was like old crazy. I mean, what if they mean old Ben, crazy old Ben? That conversation they're having at the table. He's already on Tatooine, so if he's been around hovering the whole time and considers crazy old Ben or old Ben, when did he leave Tatooine? Unless Tatooine was his last point of that journey of being chased, where he was eventually considered crazy because they don't want to hear about the war, the Imperial Galactic, all that stuff. Like, this hurts my brain, and I've been up only 4 hours.
My whole deal was I always felt that the ruse about him being crazy was to complete the illusion, so to speak, that Luke had no connection to Vader. That was pretty much it. Like, here's the agreement. I'm staying away. You told Luke to stay away from me. Use whatever freaking story you want. And his whole story is, basically Ben's nuts. I don't want you to talk to him.
They don't want to be involved, but at the same time, they respect the fact that he is of an old way, of an old order, and he's, something seems off, very off here.
Very odd. Becky says if they made it like the Kenobi book. Now, I did hear about the book, and I think that's what other people were saying too, that if they did it like the Kenobi book, that it would work. But I think that the way that they've wound up painting themselves into a corner is that quote-unquote rematch of the century.
I got a rematch right here. Obi-Wan Kenobi on the Tatooine McDonald's right there. Yeah, I did this last year. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's... Oh, God, it's not. Yeah, so this is going to be dropping next year. I'm just watching it out of pure superficial reasons because I like seeing Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen together. Do I have hope that this is going to be good? I have hope that it'll be directed well because Deborah Chow is a very, very great, very good action director. Love her work. As for what she's got to work with, I really don't. Yeah, it's like you can only polish a turd, but so much, and we'll see what happens. But I really feel they are going to be breaking canon left and right.
Maybe this is an Obi-Wan in a different universe, and he's just on the run, like the Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
See, I would like that because that's an action-packed plot and it's within canon. He was being hunted down. Mm-hmm. He had to learn how to live in the desert. Think about it. How did he figure out how to do that crate dragon call? What happened where he had to learn how to do that in order to save his ass?
And how he had to modify the Tusken Raiders without injuring them, and just he basically struck fear in the Tusken Raiders just by his presence and creating his own mythology rather than anything else.
Right. Yeah, Becky, I love raging, but you know what? I'm plugged into this too because I feel downright offended that they wanted to do this. So I know if I feel offended, a whole bunch of other people might too. But I know I would much rather watch and review this than Batwoman.
I have the cast somewhere too. Like, isn't there a full cast too? I'm gonna find this. I have the image somewhere here. Yeah. I'm gonna open this in a new tab. I'm gonna bring this out. Supposedly, like we also have one of the Eternals supposedly in the cast as well.
Really? Which one? Yeah, I saw the cast announcement. I was not.
Yeah,
I like
there,
Indira
there we
Varma.
go.
She was in Game of Thrones.
But right here, isn't this one of the Eternals?
Yes, yes, it is the
All right.
Bollywood Eternal.
All right.
I'm sorry, no, sorry, not sorry if that offends somebody, but yes, that was the scene he was in. It was the Bollywood Eternals.
She looks real happy. There's the excitement of the series right
I
there.
don't know who she is. I've never seen
I don't
her
know what is.
before.
I don't know who
I've
that
never
is
seen
either.
that one before.
This looks like a
Osh,
guy who can play Shang Tsung if they ever did Mortal Kombat properly. He
uh,
actually had, or Liu Kang. He has that look of like both.
now that guy all the way to the bottom left, O'Shea Jackson Jr., that is Ice Cube's son.
Ah, nice.
That's another reason why I'm interested because Ice Cube watches Star Wars, where he basically said Baby Yoda isn't ish without the Mandalorian. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see him because he actually is a very good actor
I want to
for
see
the most
Momoa
part.
play Yoda. That's what I want to see right there. I just want a
You
Yoda
want to
with
see him as
abs,
Yoda?
kicking ass, just like that, like that.
Oh, well, the next one that I want to get into besides this Obi-Wan Kenobi news, um, I've been aggravated with this ever since it was announced. Predator is one of my favorite action movies, not because of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but because it's a whole ensemble cast and you get invested very quickly in who they are, which is why it affects you emotionally when they start getting picked off, one by one. So I like the first Predator movie. The second one, eh, but it was still cool. It was still cool to watch. But not happy that Disney has their hooks into it. So it's coming out on a Hulu in 2022 and it is called, let's go down here. Oh God, let's see. Well, let's read this and hopefully you guys won't gag too much. Um some folks have already known what the premise is about, but the official log line for the new project reads set in the world of the Comanche Nation 300 years ago.
Okay, I'm
The
going to bed.
action
Wake me up when it's over.
Okay. The action thriller follows Nehru, the skilled warrior who fiercely protects her tribe against a highly evolved alien predator. Now, I'll break this down a little bit. So this doesn't really bother me, the part about the Comanche Nation, and and here's why: because the predators have been coming and hunting on Earth for centuries. So it doesn't surprise me that they would go back here. Like, say, if they didn't go to the Comanche Nation, like, say, if they, you know, went to Cuba 500 years ago, or, they were in Southeast Asia 1,000 years ago. It's like that makes sense because Earth is one of their favorite hunting grounds. So that part doesn't bother me. What bothers me here, because we know what's been going on with the woke nonsense when it comes to female characters, that's the part that bothers me because they have purposely been marketing this as they've been purposely marketing it as it's so diverse and we have a female character as opposed to if it was just that it's a kick-ass character that happens to be a woman and say if this was 10 years ago, I don't think anybody would have thought twice about it. Like, hey, okay, let's see. We just want to make sure the predator doesn't suck. But given all the crap that's been Hollywood's been feeding us, with this woke nonsense and trumpeting diversity. Hello, like the Eternals, over a good story. Now it's just like, what are they going to shove down our throats with this? And it's being handled by Disney. So it's not going to be your rated R Predator with like blood and guts and ripping people's spines out of their bodies.
Yeah. What really happened?
Yeah, R.I.P. Predator. Yeah.
I can't wait till they remake Sharknado and just call it the Woke NATO. I'll just be done.
Sharknado was actually pretty good for
I know.
first and the second one, and then I think it started taking itself way too freaking seriously, and then it just went totally downhill. Hey, stunning and brave Megatron. Yes, the poor Predator, and yes, OG Predator is a damn near perfect film. Absolutely. That was one I could watch over and over again and not get tired of it. The Sentinel says he's getting preyed upon by a 16-year-old female warrior rebelling against the patriarchy. Yeah, exactly.
Didn't they already have a movie about this and it had the guy from James Bond and it was cowboys and aliens? Didn't they already do this pretense pretty much in the same freaking thing? Aliens coming there because they needed the gold and it was literally cowboys who had low tech versus aliens. And the only reason why they won is because one little bracelet was on the main protagonist's wrist. Didn't they already do this?
I didn't even see that.
Cowboys
I heard about it.
Yeah, go look it up. Yeah, pretty much. It's in the Wild West, and it's already had aliens coming for gold, and had Harrison Ford in it too.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
Sung Kang was in he was in Tokyo Drift. Okay, see, I didn't watch that one.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
I didn't watch that one. Okay, I'll have to check it out. I know Ludacris is in it, which I'm surprised I didn't watch it because I like Ludacris. The Comanche weren't even around 300 years ago. Really?
What they should have done is have
that's something to investigate. Perhaps they were known or they probably weren't known officially as the Comanche, but that's interesting to know.
Then why didn't they have a different type of the predator species? Because there's different race, different groups, different sex, whatever you want to call it, right? Why didn't they just kidnap a whole Comanche village and then they're all hunting them on a different planet like they did with predators? Why didn't they do that? Because then it would be it would be a group of females or female protagonists trying to fight an alien world and learning the environment while with their skills they've learned as their tribe. Why didn't they just do something like that? Sorry, I'm talking too much logic.
Exactly. It makes too much logic. And we're in an era now and we have been for quite some time, movies that are made to push an agenda, not movies that are made to entertain and, to entertain first. If they have a woke agenda in there, it's like, if the movie's entertaining and the characters make sense, okay, fine, I can forget about that. But that's not what they've been doing. Jimmy Pickles Pepper Channel. Hello. I thought the new Obi trailer was being released today. It's actually a sizzle reel, which is kind of annoying because they've been saying that it was a trailer. Basically, you know what it is? It's a hype reel. It is. It's a hype reel. It's basically you got, Ewan McGregor, you got Deborah Chow talking, you've got shots of Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, dueling. You've got a couple of shots from Revenge of the Sith of all things that are peppered in there. And, just the crawl that Obi-Wan is coming for 2022. You didn't miss a thing. Nothing. And on top of that, you have to go to Disney Plus to see it. Yeah, they couldn't even release that hot garbage on YouTube. I mean, I would have given them much more credit if they would have dropped it on YouTube, but no, they freaking different. They didn't. Let's see. Oh no. Cube is a Star Wars fan. Snoop Dogg is a Star Wars fan. Snoop Dogg's favorite character is Boba Fett.
Well, I bet he's excited for the series coming.
He's probably going to say, "Yeah, I'm gonna blaze some trees to watch this."
You're gonna need to.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Let's see. The female protagonist, Gabrielle, from the 2010 Predators film, is an excellent example of a cunning character who was still massively weak in comparison to the Predators, but still finds a way to win. Yeah, and that's like skill and, and yeah, skill and cunning. How do you beat a predator who has all this tech and is more advanced than you? And that's the story that's in there. And I didn't see that one, so I may have to check you out. What happened with that weird cameo by Goofy in The Simpsons? I didn't even watch that, Dylan. I can't bring myself to watch it. It's like The Simpsons haven't been The Simpsons since they got dropped on Disney. So I just skip all of that. It's product placement. It's pretty much all that is. Yes, Ram Band 3000. And I want to say I'm trying to freaking remember the documentary. It was a documentary. It was about Star Wars. I can't remember which one, but people were talking about why Boba Fett was their favorite character. And they had Snoop, but they interviewed him, and he was just like, "Yeah, you see that scene in The Empire Strikes Back, and there's Boba Fett, and then in Return of the Jedi, he's just in the back, and he's got his arm folded, and he's just a cool cat." Yeah, yeah, he did. He did. Hey, Dennis Kachakas. So, yeah, I'm not excited about this either. And the whole Disney Plus Day thing is to basically try to get people to
Money.
buy into their service, which is yeah. Snoop was in a music video dressed as was he Soul Assassin? Oh, I got to see that. I got to see that. Yes, Boba is dope. Now, I will say, if you do have Disney Plus, there's a Under the Helmet, The Legacy of Boba Fett. Yes, all it basically is for the most part is to try to get you hyped up for the book of Boba Fett. But to go back and see the footage from the 70s where they're putting that character together. And there's like this test reel that they had for trying to figure out how to have the character, move and kind of like a full scale mock up of the costume and even like his weapons and everything. To see that stuff from the 70s, to see like Jeremy Bullock walking around and where he was at conventions, that's worth watching. That gives you a lot of good feels, even though it's kind of just like once they get to the Mandalorian, you're kind of like, okay, I've freaking had enough. But that's the best thing. But this whole Disney Plus Day, again, to get you interested in subscribing to Disney Plus, and there's really nothing on it.
I got a better idea. Subscribe to Reina, Creole, and Fat Steven Seagal. Save your money.
Absolutely.
Something to Fat Steven.
Because, I'll
And
take the
Twitch.
hit.
From my Twitch. Sign all the platforms with my name on it. Yeah.
You have to give me a primer on Twitch because I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do Twitch or not.
Twitch, you're monetized, so if you're gonna do Twitch and you affiliate, you cannot stream on both platforms, but you can upload later. I do both just because I like having a backup in case YouTube ever decides to go, you're not good enough. But other than that, no, it's fun. They have a rerun system, so you can start doing stuff you don't want to do there. You can even do your makeup show there, and then upload to YouTube after. But it has Twitch, a rerun system, so right.
Twitch is more of like I just want to do fun stuff and. And BS around.
I usually use it to put copyright-free stream music up, so I'll stream for 4 hours from my Spotify list, so because it's all stuff that won't get claimed, and I'll even show you it's pretty awesome because I have a rerun running just so I don't lose content. So here I'll show you, so you can see this right here, and you can collect your old streams that you did on Twitch, right, and make it a playlist. And right now I'm live, but it's a rerun, so I can actually insert ads and everything else like the such. I can see who subbed to me and all that stuff, and I can actually put gameplay over top and have the stream safe music playing as the audio. So that's about it. Stuff like that.
Okay, cool. And yeah, only Boba can make a beach towel look cool as a cape. LOL. Yes. So in that special, they had literally, he was supposed to have a cape, so they had like a Star Wars beach towel. They tied it around, and it did look cool. It looked very cool. It looked very cool. Oh my gosh. As usual, you guys, this time flies just way too fast, but love connecting with you guys over this hour as usual. Thank you, Fat Stever,
You're
for being
welcome.
my co-host. And thank you
Thank you
all
for
of
not
you
firing me.
guys in the chat for joining us, because you know what, without you guys we really wouldn't have a show. You guys, with all of your comments and observations, it makes the show.
It
It
does.
absolutely does make the show. So, Fast Steven, what do you have going on today?
Oh
You guys
God,
are
there's
gonna
so
know about
much.
it.
I know we're having. I think a director for Reese is coming back for Pop Culture Minefield, so I'm going to try to make that. I know there's T and Telly that I'm jumping in on later today.
Oh,
I will be
nice.
doing more Battlefield 2042 because yes,
Mhm.
early access, and so far I'm loving it. There are little hits and misses there that I will criticize, but I'm having a blast playing it. Other than that, Twitch, YouTube, Babylon 5 Mondays. We're going to schedule another interview or join us with Patricia Tallman. I tweeted her a couple
Okay.
days ago. She replied right away. Other than that, I'm busy. Of course, Lunch Table, He-Man, because you hate me.
Yes.
That wow. Okay, that's pretty much it. It's just
Just
that's how it goes.
kidding. Just
That's
kidding.
okay.
You know you slide your 6 packs and leave them.
Yeah, I have six. No, they
You
don't. No, they don't. Not even nuggets.
we have to do that. Travis, no, it wasn't a Talon Empire when they were making a full scale mock up of the costume to kind of give the artists an idea of the character of Boba Fett. They wanted him to have a cape, but they didn't have a cape handy, so they had a Star Wars towel and they tied it around there, and you see it like in the video. So if you're on if you have Disney Plus, or unless somebody clipped it, it's called Under the Helmet: The Legacy of Boba Fett, and there's some really great footage from the 70s and a couple of interview snippets with George Lucas. Although it looks painful, he looks really pained to kind of have to talk. And of course, you see Dave Filoni in there as well. But yeah, you guys are very welcome. Thank you so very much. I do know that Midnight's Edge is still running. They're talking at Disney Plus as well. And I believe at 2, is it 2? I keep getting cultures times mixed up. I think it's at 3 is his Friday flight show. So please check that out. He always has some great takes. Please do take a look at that. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, I am going to be streaming live from Universal Studios. And I'm so excited because it's the first official day that all the Christmas decorations are up. I'm going to go check out Seuss Land because they got Grinchmas going on. Hopefully, I think the tribute store, the Christmas tribute store, is going to be up, so we can go and take a look at that and see if Earl the Squirrel's tree farm is up and running. There's also the Macy's Day Parade that they're supposed to be having there as well. So just going to be checking out the park just for absolutely cool Christmas items. And, just enjoying the season. I'm excited that it's up there. Okay. Dylan, I haven't watched that yet, although I've heard it's awesome. I still have to actually check out Dexter because I dropped out after a couple of seasons of Dexter. Okay, folks, have an amazing weekend, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.